Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is super exciting. I feel like I'm starting to really love these videos, even though this is only like my third one. But today's video is going to be picking my March TBR. I'm going to have my TBR prompt pick out my March TBR. I did this for February and I ended up not reading any of the books except the first one because I ended up picking Fourth Wing as one of the books and I read it first, and all of February I just read the Empyrean series. So like it's currently February 17th and I'm reading Onyx Storm right now, so I didn't get to my February TBR, but that's okay. I put all the prompts back in my prompt jar except the one that picked Fourth Wing, so those books are back in the running. I'm gonna pick 5 books just because if they're shorter I should be able to get to them, and if I don't, that's okay. It's not the end of the world. I'm so excited. Let's pick our March reads. If you guys aren't familiar with the TBR prompt jar concept, I have a little mason jar here filled with a bunch of prompts, and I'm going to pick one, and whatever it says in my book has to fit it. So it could say under 300 pages, and I'd find books under 300 pages, or it could have a specific trope, genre, or something I have to do with the cover, stuff like that. So it's a fun little way to pick my reads because I'm a very indecisive person, and if I'm not in the mood for a specific book, I can't pick one. So let's pick our March reads. This one says new author to me. I like that one. I'm gonna pick some and then see what I come up with. Okay, I have a lot that are new authors to me, and I tried to do ones that aren't like part of a series because I don't think I can take starting another series next month. Okay, so authors that are new to me: Ali Hazelwood. I have her Bride book. I haven't read any of her, which is really surprising. And then Kaylee Smith, Phantasma, Stephanie Garber, Carvel, Jessa Hastings, Magnolia Parks. I've been wanting to start the series for so long, but I've heard it's also emotionally devastating, so maybe this might not be the right move. Hannah Bonin Young, Out on a Limb. She's been having so many new releases, I think, or it's just one and people are just starting to read her other books, but I've heard such good things about this book, so I might have to pick this one. Lila Sage, I have her Done and Dusted book. You know, I love a cowboy romance. And then Frederick Bachman, I have A Man Called Ave. Personally, for me, I think it's between Out on a Limb and A Man Called Ave, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Out on a Limb. I've been wanting to read this for so long, so I think I might have to, especially because I keep seeing the hype that Beau is a good book boyfriend, so I'll need a little lighthearted story after Onyx Storm. Okay, so first pick for my March TBR is Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonin Young. This is about Win and Beau. They have a one-night stand at a costume party and Win ends up pregnant, so it's a pregnancy trope, but Beau like steps up to the plate, and I've heard their relationship is beautiful, so I'm excited. I love a good romance. I'm never gonna say no to a romance book, you know? Time to pick our second read. This one says even page number, so I can pick any book I want. It just has to be an even page number. Interesting. Okay, what do I want to read? These are the ones I need to search through to see if they are even page numbers. Phantasma, $4.92. That's an option. Wildfire by Hannah Grace. Does the epilogue count? Yeah. Nope. The Deal by Elle Kennedy, $3.74. Magnolia Parks, $4.30. A Man Called Ove, $3.37. Nope. And The Woman by Kristen Hanna, $4.64. 4 books that are in the running for my even page number prompt is The Woman, Phantasma, The Deal, and Magnolia Parks. Oh my god, I don't know. I think I'm gonna do The Woman by Kristen Hanna just because it's been a minute since I've read one of her books, and I already have a romance on there, and that's what The Deal and Magnolia Parks is, and I feel like there'll probably be another prompt where I can pick a fantasy. So I'm gonna go with The Woman by Kristen Hanna. This book is about Frankie, and it's set in California, and I think it's during like the Vietnam War, and she's a nurse. Her brother ships out to serve in Vietnam, and she joins the nurses Corps, the Army Nurse Corps. It shines light on all women who put themselves in harm's way and whose sacrifice and commitment to their country has too often been forgotten. Kristen Hanna can do no wrong with historical fiction, so I trust that this book is going to be good. Okay, time for prompt number 3. Ooh, I like this one. This one is a random letter generator, so I have to look up a random letter generator and find any book that starts with that letter. We got our generator. U. I don't know how many books if I have any books that start with U, so let me see. I have none that start with U, so we're doing it again. I know I don't have any that start with X. A. Okay, let me see if I have any that start with A, and I'll get back. I found 4 books that start with the letter A. I have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. I don't know if I'm ready for that one. A Man Called Ove, and 1,000 Boy Kisses. I think just because it has appeared in every single choice so far, I'm gonna go with A Man Called Ove. Very excited about this one. I've seen the movie. The movie's A Man Called Otto and made me sob. So I'm excited to read it because I've heard really good things about Frederick Bachman's writing. So I'm excited to read it and get into his world and his writing. It's about an old man called Ave, and he's bitter. People think he's just mean and like a grumpy old man. He lives in solitude, but that kind of gets turned upside down when a young couple moves in, and they have 2 daughters who are loud and, you know, little kids. And it's kind of just a tale of friendship and how he opens up and all that. And I don't know, I loved the movie, so I'm very, very excited to read this. Time for the 4th pick. Another one that has to do with the title. Its title starts with the. Okay, I just picked all my books that have the in the title. We have 5 to pick from. First option is The Cruel Prince. I think this is another fantasy series. The Kiss Quotient, The X-Files, which was on my TBR for last month that I never read, The Deal, and The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. I think just because it was on my TBR last year, I'm gonna have to go with The X-Files because I need a little redemption arc for not getting to quite literally any books last month. We're doing The X-Files by Jessica Joyce. This is about 2 exes who had a messy breakup, but I think she still has feelings for him, and they have to get together for their mutual best friend's wedding, and stuff goes awry and they kind of have to fix it together. But like, she's not letting herself be with him again. That's like her one rule for herself. I've heard good things. I've heard really good things, so I'm excited to finally get to it. I will get to it this month if it's the last thing I do. Maybe I'll make this first in my March reads, but we'll see. Okay, it's time for our last pick. Gotta make it a good one. This one says a blue cover. We haven't had a color one this time, so exciting. I picked all my blue covers that I would be interested in reading this month, so let's go through them. Okay, the first book would be a reread, but I have been wanting to reread it because I did not appreciate it at the time. It was very new in my like reading journey, if you will. It's Everything I Know About Love by I almost just said Dolly Parton, by Dolly Alderton. I didn't really enjoy it that much, but I feel like I wasn't annotating. I wasn't, you know, getting what I could have gotten out of it. So I have been wanting to reread it. The next book is Twisted Love by Anna Huang. I've heard mixed reviews about this. Sorry if you hear that, my mom's messing with the tape measure. But I've heard mixed reviews about the Twisted Love series. The next one is Things We Never Got Over. I also have heard mixed reviews about this series, and she's thick. So I don't really know if I want to do a thick girl like that, you know? Okay, well, I thought this was blue, but it was just the spine. Never mind. And then Remarkably Bright Creatures. It's like technically has a blue background, but it's not all blue, but I'm counting it. I think I'm gonna do my reread of Everything I Know About Love just because I think it'll be good to add a little nonfiction to the mix of the books I've already picked. Okay, that's all the books I'm gonna pick for my March TBR, so let's do a little bit of a recap of what we picked. Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonin Young, The Woman by Kristen Hanna, A Man Called Ave by Frederick Bachman, The X-Files by Jessica Joyce, and Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. I'm so excited to read these in March. I promise I'll get to them this time. There's no start of a series in here, so I'm not gonna make that mistake that I did. But yeah, thanks for picking my books with me. If you have any more prompt ideas, let me know and I'll put them in my prompt jar. Yeah, let me know what's on your guys' March TBR, or if you're more of a mood reader and you don't really do a structured TBR, let me know what your current read is or what you just finished and what you rated it. Love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.